We'd like to show you some of the 100 or so new species scientists believe they discovered. American explorer Victor Vauveau descended nearly 11 kilometers into the Mariana Trench, and biologists have found a wealth of new species after exploring a rift some 5 kilometers beneath the sea. Recently, fishermen discovered something strange and terrifying roaming in the dark waters of the Mariana Trench. The creature they found looked so strange that it felt like it came from another world, and with so much of this mysterious area still unexplored, there are likely many more surprising beings still waiting to be discovered. Oceans of the world, it's almost a cliché to say, cover 70% of our entire planet, and of that, 95% is unexplored. What other unusual creatures and secrets might be hiding in the Mariana Trench? In this video, we'll explore some of the strangest discoveries ever made in the Mariana Trench. Zombie worms. Zombie worms are some of the most unusual creatures in the deep ocean. Better known as the zombie worm, it gets its nickname due to the way they seek out bones to devour and feast upon. They don't feed on typical sea life, instead, they go after the bones of dead animals, especially whales, found around 9,500 feet below the surface. These worms have a strange way of eating, which is by drilling tiny holes into bones to get to the fats and proteins inside. They can't actually chew bones, so they use a special acid to break them down from the inside out. This unique process lets them feast on bones in a way most creatures can't. Zombie worms survive by devouring whatever remains they find, even massive whale bones, which provide them with plenty of nutrients in such a challenging environment where every bit of energy counts. While most deep-sea animals use bones to shield themselves or create safe shelters, zombie worms have turned bones into their primary food source. They are truly one of the ocean's strangest scavengers. We have more of these creatures to reveal to you. Stay tuned. Glass octopus. Fishermen recently spotted a rare, 8-inch long octopus at the bottom of the Indo-Pacific Ocean. This rare creature is a glass octopus. This elusive organism, similar to glass frogs or comb jellies, is completely transparent. This creature is quite similar to a glass octopus with a completely transparent body. This rare octopus is almost invisible, blending into the surrounding water with ease. Only its bright, small eyes and digestive organs are visible, creating a fascinating sight. The octopus usually lives far down in the ocean at depths where sunlight barely reaches, making it hard to see and even harder to catch a glimpse of. Unlike most octopuses, this one doesn't have dark skin or any obvious patterns, which is why it looks almost like a ghost in the water. Its transparent body helps it hide from predators, allowing it to swim through the ocean unnoticed. Fishermen were amazed at the sight, as very few people get to see one of these octopuses up close. Cusk eel. Deep within the ocean lives an extraordinary creature called the cusk eel. Although it might resemble other eels, the cusk eel is a small fish that is very cryptic. It pretty much stays buried under the sand during the day. It's actually related to fish like tuna and seahorses. The cusk eel has been around since the late Cretaceous period, adapting over millions of years to handle the deep-sea environment. It's found along the seabed in both tropical and temperate oceans where only the hardiest creatures survive. One species of cusk eel with a name that's tricky to pronounce was recorded at an impressive depth of 8,370 m in the Puerto Rico Trench, breaking the snailfish's record by 34 m. These eels have fine-tuned their bodies to withstand extreme pressure, low temperatures, and complete darkness. Though they appear simple, cusk eels are among the ocean's ultimate survivors, able to live and thrive where many other animals cannot. With their unique heritage and deep-sea adaptability, they've earned a unique spot in the marine world. Continues with descriptions for other creatures mentioned. Would you like more of the text expanded, or do you want details on specific creatures? Spotted by marine biologists on the last trip from 7,000 meters, we found this, which is called the supergiant. AOD, who thought they would only catch smaller amphipods while exploring the deepest parts of a trench, instead, they pulled up these massive beasts, some of which are more than 20 times bigger than typical amphipods. It was a total surprise that left scientists scratching their heads. These amphipods can grow to be over a foot long, and they have a unique appearance with a long body and large eyes. They look a bit like oversized shrimp, and their size makes them stand out in the dark, cold waters they call home. These creatures have adapted to the extreme environment, using their size to help them survive. Their discovery adds to the mystery of what else might be lurking in the ocean's unexplored corners. The excitement around finding such large amphipods also raises questions about their role in the ecosystem. They likely feed on smaller organisms, helping to keep the balance in their underwater world. The crinoids make up the number of the most interesting creatures living in the ocean. There are two main types of crinoids. The first type is known as sea lilies. Crinoids come in two main flavors today: the stalked kind, which we call sea lilies, and the unstalked kinds, which we call feather stars. These creatures stay attached to the ocean floor for their whole lives. They have long stalks that anchor them down and support their feeding arms. These arms have grooves that catch tiny food particles from the water, guiding them straight to their mouths. The second type is called feather stars or camacholids. Unlike sea lilies, feather stars can move around and detach from the ocean floor. While they may have a stalk when they're young, they lose it as they grow older. Feather stars are great at floating in the water and can swim upward by using their flexible arms. They arrange their arms into three sections, allowing them to move quickly through the water. Crino have been around for a long time, with fossils dating back around 480 million years. Some ancient kinds could even cling to driftwood, forming small colonies. Today, crinoids prefer to attach themselves to rocks, thriving in gentle ocean currents. Giant amoebas are also rare creatures found in the ocean. In 2011, scientists went on an expedition to the Mariana Trench and stumbled upon these massive single-celled organisms known as xenophyophores. The xenophyophore had a shell, so broad they thought it might have been an older gigantic form of these tiny shell makers. What makes these amoebas so special is their size, because some of them measure over 4 inches across, making them the largest single cells known to science. These giant amoebas were found in an area called Serena Deep, reaching impressive measurements of 6.6 miles down. This discovery pushed the previous record of 4.7 miles much deeper. The scientists were excited because the more they explore, the more they learn about life in places that seem completely dark and lifeless. These amoebas thrive in extreme conditions, showing just how adaptable life can be. They feed on tiny particles in the water, using their unique shapes to capture food and keep the cycle of life going at the bottom of the ocean. Vampire squid. Despite its spooky name, it's not a squid or an octopus but a different kind of animal altogether. This oddball lives in warm waters. The Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute has released this video of the vampire squid to emphasize a report that raises a red flag about the Earth's oceans. Usually between 2,000 and 3,000 feet below the surface, where it's quite cold, around 2 to 3 degrees Celsius, vampire squids have dark red bodies and soft cap-like flaps of skin that give them an eerie appearance, along with large red eyes that seem to glow in the dark. Unlike typical squids, they don't change color or squirt ink when threatened. Instead, they have a special trick: they release a glowing sticky substance that can confuse predators, allowing them to escape. Even though these creatures prefer to stay far from humans, they face increasing danger from ocean pollution and habitat loss. As we explore more of the ocean, we keep discovering the hidden lives of creatures like the vampire squid, reminding us of a world beneath the ocean waves we know nothing about. The goblin shark. The goblin shark is one of the weirdest creatures swimming in the ocean. Recently, scientists found a huge surprise in their net: a rare goblin shark weighing 800 kilograms. With its long, pointy snout and a mouth full of sharp teeth, it looks like something straight out of a horror film. This shark has a unique ability to shoot its jaw forward, making it easier to catch its prey. Even with such a scary appearance, the goblin shark is actually quite slow and doesn't chase after food like other sharks do. Instead, it prefers to hang around and wait for fish or squid to swim by. When something gets too close, it quickly snaps its jaw shut to grab a meal. This method might seem lazy, but it works for this unusual predator. Goblin sharks are not often seen, as they live deep in the ocean. Their strange look and feeding habits make them a mysterious part of marine life. Despite their intimidating features, they play an important role in the ocean's ecosystem, helping to keep populations of smaller fish in check. The Black Sea Devil. The Black Sea Devil, also known as the anglerfish, is one of the creepiest creatures lurking in the ocean. This fish isn't just named devil for fun; it has sharp teeth and long fawn-like structures that make it look really scary. Living mostly near the ocean floor, it has developed a special way of hunting. The anglerfish has a glowing lure on its head that it uses to attract its prey. This light draws in unsuspecting fish, making it easy for the black sea devil to catch them. With a huge mouth that can open wide, this fish can swallow prey much larger than itself. It's like a trap that snaps shut. Anglerfish are tough and effective hunters, using their teeth to grip and hold on to their meals. They are perfectly adapted to life in the dark, where their unique features help them survive. This makes them one of the ocean's most interesting predators, using light to lure in dinner. Barrel-eye fish. The barrel-eye fish looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Its head is dome-shaped and transparent. The Monterey Bay Aquarium's dive team experienced a rare sighting of a unique fish with a see-through head. It's known as the barrel-eye fish, allowing you to see its inner workings. What really catches attention are its eyes, which float in a jelly-like substance and are tube-shaped, giving this fish a unique look. These special eyes are great for spotting prey in the pitch-black waters where it lives. In addition to its unusual eyes, the barrel-eye fish has organs that glow, creating a ghostly light in the dark ocean. This glow helps it attract prey and also serves as a warning to predators. Dumbo octopus. The Dumbo octopus is one of the cutest and most interesting creatures you'll find underwater. It was first spotted in the 1900s during a deep-sea expedition, and ever since, it has captured the hearts of many. Named after the Disney character Dumbo because of its ear-like fins that resemble the flying elephant's big ears, this little octopus has a unique look. Typically, Dumbo octopuses are small, measuring around 8 to 12 inches long. They have a soft, gelatinous body that allows them to float gracefully in the water.